Sorry, I'm messing with my hair. Hi. Okay, so I had to do this essay for American Lit at my school, and it is, sorry, I'm trying to be appropriate. It's about moral and immoral decisions. And so I'm gonna read it to you. It's like 5-10 minutes long. Okay, I personally don't like it when people spread rumors when they don't know that person. If I only had eyes and ears that could go places that I can't be when I am busy. I can't tolerate it when people say they hate me and don't ever talk it out to find out the flaw. Sometimes life is hard, and I get that, but seriously, people need to stop telling people lies, because honestly I hate it when all people say is lies, lies, lies. When I was little, I didn't fit in because I was different, but I didn't think different was bad. I was gross, and I picked my nose, and nobody wanted to really hang around me. The friends I had were fought over like a toy, and it just wasn't fair. This is true, FYI. I like to stand by a couple quotes. The first one is my uncle Matt always says to me: "If you can't be good, be better." I like to think that if you are having a bad day, you should try to make it better, even if it means making someone else's day better. Imagine living on a street. I mean, who would have ever thought of that? Well, the answer is in your heart, and your conscience is the key. You hold the power to decide right from wrong, not your teachers, not your parents, but also they can influence you to do things you may not really want to do. Just imagine being broke, without income or source of money. What would you do? Where would you go? We see these people everywhere and we just think, hey, he is a homeless man holding a sign, says he needs money. But then you just drive on by. I, for one, hate this, and when I say hate, I mean hate, because I almost never hate anyone or anything, unless it is a gross food. I once gave a guy 50 cents and he was happy. I mean, he even said God bless, so I guess he liked the gift. Honestly, these people are no different than me and you, and yet some of us treat them like garbage just because they live in it. In life, a lot of times we like to think only about ourselves, and I mean, that's okay when it comes down to the real world. But when it comes down to the real world, it isn't just you. There are millions of different people out there. I like to think that life is like a roller coaster ride. You can't go up the hill without going down, unless the roller coaster breaks down at the top. To explain the roller coaster ride, it's like this. The uphill of the roller coaster and the journey you have or are taking in little to a long amount of time, no matter what it might be. And the downhill is the part that makes us feel down. So you can say, I am having a bad day. The weird part is the middle, because this is the part where you can get stuck, because the roller coaster breaks down. Life is hard, and we need to realize that we'll have our ups and downs, and nobody is perfect. The emotional roller coaster is a very tricky thing to comprehend, but in the end, it is worth it. Just to make my point clear, nobody's perfect. Everyone who is human is in fact really human to all of our humanly knowledge, and there is not one single thing out there that should stop you from dreaming. My morals come from my parents and my religious beliefs. Morals are what you think is the right thing to do and what you think is the wrong thing to do. Personally, these things can be changed by personal beliefs changing, or just you growing up and smelling the real green grass that comes with it. Life is not as simple as it may seem, considering all the challenges people face on a regular day-to-day basis. I know what a moral is because I am smart, and I use the internet to search the definition on Google. I really already knew the definition, but I thought I would refresh myself with the definition again for old time's sake. I am a pretty logical person at times, but I can easily take a pun or a joke in my day-to-day life because I like to spice things up every once in a while. I like to think of myself as outgoing and super, super weird and crazy. Whether or not other people think the same thing, oh well, but I like to try to be as me as I can be. I like to stand on the good side of morals. I think that telling the truth is the best thing you can do, because in the end, it hurts more to tell a lie than to tell the truth. When I tell the truth, is like an emotional strain has been lifted away and carried miles and miles away to the point where you feel free. Even if that truth hurts, the one you love is still love. Even if that truth hurts the ones you love, it still feels better to say the truth than to get out of it and tell a lie. I also like to think that being immoral is bad, but I don't hate people that are immoral sometimes. Just because someone makes a mistake that is really small doesn't mean you need to hate them forever. Life is hard, and I believe that if you talk things out and explain and ask questions, then you can help yourself and others stay together and not hate each other all the time. Get to know somebody every once in a while before you start judging them just by what you think is right and wrong. I like to demonstrate my morals by explaining things and telling people what I really think, and not lying. Life is a gift, and you have to take what you get and roll with it, because nobody's perfect and nobody can or ever will be, because there is always room for mistakes. I like to show my friends who I really am instead of living a lie. And I hope I can help others to do great things as well. I sometimes like to think I am a superhero, and I try to help people and save the day. Whether it is a big thing or a little thing, I always like to look up to the ones I love, and quite honestly, I love everybody, so there really isn't a problem there. I like to think of all the moral and immoral things that I've done, and use that to help me in the future. In the end, we all live in a big world filled with many opportunities, and we only get one life, so we have to live it to the best of our ability. We should live every day as if it's our last, because let's face it, we can't forecast our own future. I believe that God is watching my every move and is guiding me every day. I hope I can help other people make good moral decisions and help them to become their very own superhero, because in the end, we all have to work together whether we like it or not. The end. That was my speech on moral and immoral decisions. And FYI, I typed that out. Nothing, I didn't edit unless it was spelled wrong. I didn't edit it. So I think that's pretty darn good. I'm sure my phone's on. Okay, but yeah, I need to take a shower so bad, but I have to go to bed. My hair is a mess. See, look at that part. It's like that. It's all over there. It's over there. See, my part goes like that. Yeah, I don't know. Have a specific part in every day, so. But yeah, if you want me to write more helpful literature, I can write more helpful literature. And I don't like doing inappropriate. But God is great and God is good, so I thank Him for all my food. But yep. Oh, and I'd like I like to read this again. I know what a moral decision is because I am smart and use the internet to search the definition on Google. I really already knew the definition, but I thought I would refresh myself with the definition again for old time's sake. I thought that was kind of fun. I kind of put 2 little fun things in there. I don't hate anything unless it's gross food. That one was another one. But I'd like to say this part. I am a pretty logical person at times, but I can easily take a pun or a joke in my day-to-day life because I like to spice things up every once in a while. I like to think of myself as outgoing and super, super weird and crazy. Whether or not other people think the same thing, oh well. But I like to try and be as me as I can be. Okay, I just like to share personal opinions. Sorry if I'm gonna make people mad. personal opinion is that I have a YouTube account and I'm really like being a YouTuber, and I think that y'all, I'm from Iowa, but I think y'all can get your derrieres up out of your seats and you can move around and be whatever you, I'm not talking about myself, you want to be. You can be your own superhero. I mean, honestly, anybody can save the day. Superhero could be somebody who made somebody's day. You were a superhero to that person. You made them smile. You made them feel better. You smiled at them. Honestly, the little things in life are the things that people really cherish. Sometimes the little things in life are the things that ruin your life. I mean, I've had that happen, and sometimes it's kind of big / little. But, don't worry, don't sweat it, because in the end, we're all going to have to get along, right? But, oh well. But I had this situation where I had a friend, and another friend, and their mom, and yeah. It's not a very good situation. Their mom got mad at me because this person asked me on a date, and blah, 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 blah. Not naming names because I don't want to make anybody mad. Okay, but yeah, that's just, no, it's not really what happened. That's actually what happened. But date, he asked me on a date, and then he asked me on a date again, and I said sure, but we didn't really date. Like, we weren't dating. It was like you would date, and then they moved, and I was like, we didn't even date the first time anyway, because, like, it was more of a, hey, you're my friend, maybe we can go on a casual date. It was like a casual relationship as far as I was concerned, because I normally don't go on anything but a casual relationship, like, hey, let's get to know each other first, is what I like to do. I mean, yeah, I like to jump to a guy and not know him before I start dating him, but once I date him, it's not like, hey, let's jump into things and kiss each other. No. It's like, hey, I want to get to know you. Let's actually sit down, talk, eat lunch, do something like that. I mean, I'm a teenager. I'm not 18 yet. But still, like, I like to get to know people. I mean, even if I already know who they are, I still like to get to know them personally on a personal level. Like, hey, look me in the eye and let's talk. I like to do that with everybody. Like, I don't hate anybody. Like, even if somebody hates me, I'm gonna be like, hey, I love you. Not in a creepy way. But, hey, I'm me and you better like it or else, oh well. Because if you don't like it, I don't care. Because if you don't like me, you don't like me. I have people who actually like me for who I am and what I am. Well, not what I am. I like it when people like me for who I am. Okay, yeah, I'm a girl. Guys, no. You're not gonna sit there and be like, oh, I like her for what she is. Not happening, okay? I like a guy who likes my personality and gets that I'm crazy and is crazy with me. Not like loco to a bad crazy, like I'm gonna kill you crazy, but to a good crazy, like, hey, I'm gonna do this for this person and this for this person. Like, I get weird kind of crazy, but it's not like I'm gonna kill this person kind of crazy, so. But, I have a magic wand, right? And it doesn't make anything better. I can't go poof, poof, poof. Make us be friends again. Poof. No. It's not really that kind of magic wand. And I have a friend who stashed my water bottle and I really want it back, but that's okay. I mean, I'll give her time. She can borrow it for like a longer time. Because she's like my sister, and I like give her a lot of stuff, and I already gave her a water bottle, but then she wanted to borrow the other one, because I accidentally live at her house, so she's borrowing it. That's okay. She borrows a lot of my stuff, and I don't think she gives much of it back, but oh well. Nobody seems to know, so it's okay. Just between me and her. But yeah. Have you ever used, I don't know what this is called, but it's like, this is like eyeliner, but it's like goldish color. I don't even know if it works. I like haven't used it in forever, but yeah. A magic wand to make the world go round. Make my wishes come true. With my little fairy dress, with my fairy wand, I hope I can make your dreams come true, and mine too. really only God can, because right now fairies don't exist. I mean, they probably did at one point in time. I don't know. But some things you just gotta leave alone. I mean, if you gotta tell the truth and hurt their feelings, who cares? I mean, honestly, it's better to hurt their feelings and tell them exactly what happened than to not say anything at all and to be quiet and then tell them like 500 years later or 5 days later. Like when somebody asks you and you take forever because you're busy, that's one thing. Like, that's what happened with me. I was at play practice, and then after play practice, and I'm overwhelmed with homework and everything. But some people just don't understand it, and that's okay. If they don't understand it on their level, that's fine. I mean, I'm not gonna bicker and say I hate this person because I don't. Because really, it's just their mistake that they made. It's not like it's the end of the world. I mean, we're gonna be friends again, hopefully. I mean, you never know. But, I mean, and my parents knew about this guy. Like, they knew about this guy the first time. The second, his brother, I dated his brother, kind of, because we went to a dance and he asked me, like, he was holding my hand, so, yeah. We went to the dance together, and it was funny, his brother was just sitting and texting on his phone the whole time. I tried to get him. I was like, get up and dance. And he was like, no, I'm just going to sit here. And I'm like, and the funny, he's like, no, I'm just working not. Like, he was on his phone the whole time. He got up a couple times, but it was funny. I danced with his friend and his brother. Because his brother actually asked me on a date. But, and then I ended up dating this one guy, kind of. It was more of a, hey, you're my friend. Hey, well, I really, really like you. It's kind of a sudden thing, and I was like, didn't know what to say. So it was kind of like, I was kind of leaning out of it, but sort of into it, you could say. So it's kind of a misconception because it was over text. And I had already met him, and I liked him. But he's dating my best friend now, and they are like put 2 and 2 together makes 4. Like, they're paired like that, like evenly. They have like a lot of the same things. And they're both my friends, so it's like, you guys, and if you're watching this, then you know you are. But okay, so and then I dated the guy again, because I kind of dated his brother, kind of dated his friend. It wasn't really like a date thing, because I've never been on an actual like date, like, hey, let's go to a restaurant and get to know each other and ask questions. No, I've never been on a date. Someday I hope to be on a date with some guy who actually, like, wants to get to know me for who I am and not what I am. Like, I just like guys like that. And I know my videos are long, but I just like to say things. But I know life is like a roller coaster ride, even with guys. Like, I don't have very many guy friends. Like, just my friends, some other brothers, and then their friend. That's like, I have like 3 friends that are guys. I don't even know if they're still all of my friends. I have at least one. Was my best friend's boyfriend, who's that second to last guy I kind of dated, only it wasn't really dating. I guess it was a date, but not really, because we didn't like go on a date in person. I've never really gone on a date in person, unless you count somebody asking you to a dance. Then you could call it a date. I don't know if that's really a date or just asking you to dance. But I have brown eyes, face, no, I'm just kidding. But it's that thing where you're just like, hey, I don't date people. What is this like? And you like want to keep trying it out, and you're like, this isn't working. In the end, I was like, this isn't working. Don't jump from guy to guy and say sure, and not really go on a date. Then just break up with them because you're unsure, or they're unsure. I mean, I don't even know that I really like dating anybody. And I want to have a family and have kids when I grow up, but I want that guy to be my soulmate. Like, a guy who will stay with me to the very end, because once you get married with me, there's no divorce, no nothing, because bound by God, I don't believe in divorce, unless you're going to pay like $10,000 to get your marriage annulled. No. And that's the only thing I'll accept, but that's only if they're like abusing you and stuff. That's all. But divorce is basically by law. So technically, by God, you'd still be married, if that makes any sense. But I'd like to get married someday and have kids with a guy who really understands me for me and believes in the same religion I believe in and will actually like connect with me every day and understand me, maybe joke around with me, but not be that guy who likes me for what I am. I mean, there are guys there that like for the most part, they're there for you emotionally and for who you are, and they like what you are, but mostly they like who you are. Like, they like hanging around with you for who you are and what you do for them. Like, I like a kind of guy like that. Like, I mean, honestly. But, I mean, I don't think about dating 24 hours a day like girls that are talking about guys 24 hours a day. That's honestly not what I talk about. I mean, I'll talk about other girls and, hey, she did this, she did that, but I'm not like, oh my gosh, she's a B. Oh my gosh, she's a B, she's an A. No, I don't do that. I don't even talk about guys. I mean, I don't care. If you're lesbian, you can be lesbian. If you're gay, you can be gay, okay? I don't care. I mean, I'm like to say I'm straight. But, honestly, who knows what they really are? Well, I mean, I'm straight, but, you get my point. Like, I don't think of dating 24/7. That's not what I think of. I think of, hey, here's this guy. He's cute, but wait, is he really like a snotty guy, or is he really nice? Does he believe in God? I actually look for that factor because I believe in God. I'm Catholic/Christian. Catholic is my actual religion. Yeah, and I have friends who don't believe in God. Okay, and I have friends who go to the same church as me, or friends who don't. Okay, you can be Christian or not Christian, or you can, if you believe in God, I mean, I like you, yeah. But if you don't believe in God, I'm not going to criticize you and say I hate you, because I honestly, I just read that thing. I don't hate anybody, and I'm not kidding. And this is horrible food that tastes bad. I'm just going to tell you what you want to hear, even if you don't want to hear it. I'm just going to tell you, okay? I'm not that straight up in your face kind of biatch. Because I don't like actually saying the word. I don't ever like say that word. Really, I honestly don't. Besides freaking instead of the F word, Or freaking. But I say freaking because it just sounds, it's good in my area. But I like being an appropriate girl, okay? I'm not that person who's inappropriate. I don't want to get into further description on why I'm appropriate. But I hate it when a guy tries to get at me for what I am, okay? Seriously, guys out there, come on. I know there are girls out there that want that, but come on. There are us girls out there that really want to know who you are. And I want one of those guys that likes who I am as a person. Okay, you can like my looks, okay? But it's not all about looks. If you get the beauty inside and out, A-okay, okay, A-okay. But seriously, you gotta look on the inside, okay? Not just, oh, she's hot. Like, guys, seriously. Look at yourself in the mirror and say, hey, I really like this girl. I really like this girl. I like this. No, I don't know how many girls you think are hot. So, and say, hey, I should go out and actually get to know one of these girls. Like, maybe go on a date. A date? Okay. A date, first date does not have to be, hi, how are you doing? Let's kiss and make out. No. A first date is, hey, let's get to know. The second date is, hey, let's get to know each other more. That goes on for like months. For me, it'd be like 2 months or more. More like 6 months until I kiss the guy. Because I want to make sure he doesn't lie. And he's not doing a fake identity thing where, hey, this is my personality. And you're like, oh, you're so much like me. So yeah. That's a snitch. Like, subscribe, bye.